All right, phlegm out of the way. Let's go ahead and get into the next stuff that came out of the Republican National Convention. This time we're going to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, who... man, I already have a lot of problems with him. I've already done a little bit of content, especially with Rhino, on him. But I know that, in general, he's got a lot to say about immigrants. And I remember when he was fighting against Trump, he didn't seem great. But now that he's sucking up to Trump like everybody else at the RNC is, it's just worse. It feels like a cult. It really does. But first, let's get into the fan art section. This first piece of fan art is holy... It is a barbarian-esque Suris by Pernia, and the artwork looks wonderful. The next one we have is equally wonderful, and it is from Mathematical Cabbage. I'm so proud I was able to piss! I don't remember the context for that. I don't remember the context for that at all, but I love it, and it's wonderful. As always, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let's go ahead and take a listen to Vivek, everybody.
You guys, thank you for the warm welcome. It's good to be back in Milwaukee. This time last year, I was a candidate for U.S. president, and I'm proud to say that I achieved the impossible, which is that most of you actually know how to say my name by now. So thank you for that.
Okay, so that was actually a funny joke. I mean, it's obviously playing to the idea that a bunch of racist white people can't pronounce any foreign person's name, which is true, because I'm a white person and I can't pronounce shit, but...
It's good to be back. We're in the middle of a national identity crisis right now. Faith, patriotism, hard work, and family have disappeared.
Have they? Pretty sure American patriots are still around. Pretty sure faith is still around, though obviously it's in waning numbers. And, let's see here. As far as family, pretty sure family is still around pretty hard in the United States. You know what makes family not be around as much in the United States, though? Let's be honest. It's finding out your kid's gay and disowning them, or finding out your kid's trans and disowning them. I wonder how many families Vivek Ramaswamy is able to destroy with that.
Only to be replaced by race, gender, sexuality, and...
How is family replaced by gender? Can someone tell me how the gender gave birth to you? How the gender married you? How did gender make that? Did you pop out a gender baby when you were pregante with your man pregnantness? How did gender replace family? That doesn't make any fucking sense. As far as race replacing family, my guy, you know that this is America, right? This is the place that routinely has done racist shit, either by going abroad and doing it, or by having slaves here in the United States, or by having Jim Crow laws. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think race or gender replaced any of this shit. I don't.
Climate. But we're not going to win this election just by criticizing the other side. We're going to win this by standing for our own vision of who we really are. What does it mean to be a Republican in the year 2024?
Yeah, what the fuck does it mean?
What does it mean to be an American in the year 2024? It means we believe in the ideals of 1776. It means we believe in merit, that you get ahead in this country, not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contribution.
God, they fucking love misusing that Martin Luther King line. They really do. Constantly.
It means we believe in the rule of law. And I say this as the kid of legal immigrants to this country. That means your first...
Don't worry. My brown parents were the right kind of brown parents. It'd be really awkward if my brown parents were the wrong kind of brown parents that you guys don't like. That would be a no-no.
Act of entering this country cannot break the law. That is why we will seal the southern border on day one.
Seal the southern border? How?
It means the people who we elect to run the government ought to be the ones who actually run the government, not unelected bureaucrats in the deep state. These are not...
Unelected bureaucrats in the deep state? What the fuck is an unelected deep state bureaucrat? I don't understand what those words mean. Is he talking about the fact that in Project 2025, they desperately want to, or they, by they, I mean the Heritage Foundation, want to remove people who are in career positions of expertise, wants to remove those people from their positions and replace them instead with Trump loyalists? Could be.
Black ideas or white ideas. They are not even Democrat ideas or Republican ideas. They are American ideas that we fought a revolution to secure. And the man who will revive these ideals in the United States of America is your next president.
Remember, what does it mean to be a Republican? Well, it doesn't mean anything now because I'm talking about these not being Republican ideas, but they are now American ideas. So, unity for all, everybody!
The 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. If you want to seal the border, vote Trump. If you want to restore law and order in this country, vote Trump. If you want to reignite the economy in this country, vote Trump. If you want to revive national pride in this country, vote Trump. If you want to...
You know, pride in your country is actually kind of pointless. It's a better idea to be hypercritical of your country so that you can work on improving your country. Just saying.
Make America great again, vote Trump. But there is one more reason I'm going to ask you to vote Trump.
It'll make him an easier target for the next shooter?
And it's the most important one. It's the one the media won't talk about, but it's the truth.
Okay.
Donald Trump is the president who will actually unite this country. Not through empty words, but through action. Because you know what? Success is unifying. Excellence is unifying.
If success and excellence are unifying, then Trump ain't gonna be our guy, my guy. They won't be our guy at all.
That's who we are as Americans. That's who we've always been. To those of you watching this at home tonight, I'd like to deliver a message that the media doesn't want you to hear.
He's talking about me, for real, for real.
Our message to black Americans is this.
Oh, I'm not black.
The media has tried to convince you for decades.
Wait, I am black. I voted for Joe Biden. That's what he said.
That Republicans don't care about your communities.
They
but
don't.
We do. We want
they care
for
about
you
the
what
vote.
we want for every American.
To
Safe
vote for
neighborhoods, clean streets, good jobs, a better life for your children.
Pretty sure the job market got better under Biden. I don't know what you're going to do to clean the streets. Is Vivek going to go out there with an actual fucking, like, scraper and just start making the streets more clean? Or is he talking about drugs?
And a justice system that treats everyone equally, regardless of your skin color and regardless of your political beliefs.
It hasn't done that for a very long time, and you know that, my guy. It's done a lot of dumb stuff to black people. We watch all the cheers.
Our message to every legal immigrant in this country is this. You're like my parents. You deserve the opportunity to secure a better life for your children.
You're like my parents. You deserve the humane thing. Me pulling the plug on you at the nursing home. No, that's actually very, very hyperbolic. So you know that the difference between an illegal immigrant and a legal immigrant oftentimes is just time, money, and paperwork, right? Like, they're humans like everyone else. Why do we demonize illegal immigrants when the only thing that differentiates them from the legal ones is they provide more in taxes, they provide more in economic benefits, they do less damage overall to property and people, 35% less actually statistically. Where was I going with this? Oh, right. Why do we demonize them when, again, the only things that are barriers between them becoming legal citizens of the United States is whether or not the paperwork has gone through? I can't quite figure it out. You know, it's funny, like really, really funny to think about in this regard. There are people who have been working in America and have families in America, have had kids in America, who got deported anyway under Trump. People who were here for 10 years and had bureaucratic red tape get in the way of the immigration process. Do you think Vivek's going to make that any better for them? Do you think he's going to try to improve that situation for them at all? I don't think that's happening, probably.
In America. But our message to illegal immigrants is also
Dwayne the Boss Gaming, thank you for the follow.
We will return you to your country of origin. Not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law. And the United States of America was founded on the rule of law.
Was it? I'm pretty sure we did a whole fuck ton of law breaking when we became the United States. We really like to tell ourselves
to millennials, speaking as one myself, yes, it's true. Our government sold us a false bill of goods with the Iraq War and the 2008 financial crisis, loading up our national debt that falls on our generation's shoulders, telling us that if we took out college loans, we'd somehow get a head start on the American dream when it hasn't worked out that way. But we can't just be cynical about our country because the United States of America is still the last best hope that we have, and we deserve a...
No, actually, if you take the average earnings of a United States citizen and then move over to, like, India or something, you actually get to live, like, borderline, like, the upper middle class here. I'm saying, like, United States minimum wage, you go to a place like India, and suddenly you're living like the upper middle class. Easily. You can't just be like, don't give up on the American dream! Don't give up on the American dream! My guy, you are actively in the business of destroying the American dream for people. You are the reason that it is far more profitable for people who don't make a ton of money to just go to a different country. If I had the means, do you know how much easier it would be to live if I just went to Thailand? Do you know how much it costs for street food in Thailand? It's like $2 to $5 compared to what it is here. You know how easy it is to just survive there on a YouTuber's salary? I mean, not that we get a salary, but you understand what I mean.
A better class of politician, one who actually tells us the truth.
Trump has never told you the fucking truth.
Even if it comes with some mean tweets from time to time.
I like how we do the mean tweets thing. First of all, thank you for recognizing it's tweets and not whatever the fuck X was calling it. But also, it's not mean tweets. Nobody got angry at Trump because of just mean tweets. We got angry because of what the guy behind the mean tweets was able to do. Notice how Trump doesn't lose his account on Twitter until well after January 6th. Like, he was allowed to keep it for a very long time.
And our message to Gen Z is this.
The message to Gen Z is, of course, Skibbity Bop Toilet, Riz, Phantom Tax. Thank you, that is all.
You're going to be the generation that actually saves this country. You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man?
Okay.
Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
Go to a majority liberal place because the people there aren't as fucking stupid as me. Show them how fucking stupid I am and feel proud as they make fun of me for how stupid I am.
You want to get married, have kids, teach them to believe in God and pledge allegiance to their country.
So teach them to be brainwashed, teach them to be brainwashed a different way, and nobody's gonna get mad at you for saying you want to get married and have kids. I want to have kids. Who the fuck cares?
Because you know what? Fear has been infectious in this country, but courage can be contagious too.
Fear has been infectious. Have you ever thought that maybe a lot of the fear was brought up because of your boy, your pal, Donald Trump?
That too is what it means to be an American. And you know what? If you're at home and you disagree with everything I just said, our message to you is this. We will still defend to the death your right to say it, because that is who we are as Americans. We are the country.
I'll defend to the death your right to say things. Meanwhile, Shire Shake It Libs of TikTok is doxing multiple people to take away their jobs. I will defend to the death your right. Press X to doubt.
where we can disagree like hell and still get together at the dinner table at the end of it. That is the America I know. That is the America we miss. We do not have to
He has to believe in that America because he sits down at a table with a bunch of people that don't like him for being brown.
be ancient Rome. We don't have to be this nation in decline. We can still be a nation in our ascent. A nation whose best days, not in some fake politician way, but in a true way, a nation whose best days are actually still ahead of us. Still on our way to that shining city on a hill, that country where no matter who you are.
So he agrees that we've never achieved that. So he agrees that making America great again wouldn't achieve that. If America's best days are ahead, then making America great again doesn't make any sense. We're trying to make America as good as it was at a point in the past, but it's going to be better in the future. Then why are we trying to drag it 50 years back into the past, Vivek?
Or where your parents came from, or what your skin color is, or how long your last name is. That you will still get ahead in this country with your own hard work, your own commitment, your own dedication, and that you know what? You are free to speak your mind at every step of the way. That is the American dream. That is what won us the American Revolution.
Is it? I thought the thing that won us the American Revolution was guns. And knowing the lay of the land, that one too.
That is what reunited us after the Civil War. That is what won us.
I'm pretty sure that it was force that reunited us after the Civil War, which is why people still do the whole South shall rise again, Texas will secede.
Us, 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is what still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream over group identity and victimhood.
Group identity, you mean like republicanism?
And grievance, then nobody in the world.
Isn't the MAGA movement a group identity movement? This feels empty.
Not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus, not China is going to defeat us. That is what American exceptionalism is all about. And that is what we will revive this November when we send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. Thank you all. God bless you and your families. And may God bless our United States of America.
That's it for Vivek. We don't need to do any more. Drink? I'll do that! Of course corporations won't defeat America. They make too much profit off of us. Yeah, true. It's true. Man, I wish there was more in that speech than just, like, blind platitudes, but it was just a lot of blind platitude. It wasn't redeemed. It was a bingo hit to the China COVID thing. Oh, okay. Well, I drank anyway. Anyway, that was Vivek Ramaswamy, everybody. It's a bunch of empty platitudes. Is that what the entire Republican National Convention is going to be? Is there going to be more redundancy in this convention than there was in all of Project 2025? Because, like, I'm at 100 pages and I'm struggling. And that was the first thing that I've heard from the RNC so far. And I'm struggling. Well, let me know if you got anything out of that I didn't. Insert video tagline here, I guess. Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Red Joker, Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.